Hey guys, wanted to show you the Pathfinder, Poison Concoction Pathfinder that I have built. I'm sure that some things will get changed by GG, I'll explain why, but it's a very good build, and even if something what I'm expecting gets nerfed, it still will be a very decent build. Okay, so let's start with the skills. Poison Concoction is what we get from the Pathfinder Ascendancy here. This is a very interesting skill that allows you to use offhand throw of concoction. So it can shotgun and always poisons the enemies. It scales very well with levels, so this is what we are trying to do, right? That's why we have level 36 poison concoction. You'll see how we get there. This is supported by scattershot as the skill shotguns, deadly poison, comorbidity. I'm a bit skeptical about this one, but I think it's for now it's probably the best support. We can use concentrated effect or something like this. Chaos infusion, just straight up one of the best supports. And Chaos Mastery, just for one extra level here. Our Curse, Despair, reduces the Chaos resistance. Definitely the Curse effect is very important. I use Inspiration because the Curse costs becomes very high. And Focused Curse allows you to trigger the curse a bit faster, right? Wither, we can apply Wither, so the damage of the enemy takes is increased, and it's a very big damage multiplier. And we use Dark Effigy to do that. It's a totem and applies Wither very quickly. Just put it somewhere far away from you, so the boss, because you don't need to use this skill on anything else but bosses, so the boss doesn't try to hit you and kill the totem at the same time. For the Dark Effigy, we use the support that grants it more resistances, so it's a bit tanky. Withering Touch, so curses, so it applies Wither even faster. More cast speed and more totem placement speed, so you can see that it's we can place it very quickly. Okay, even after we are moving. Okay, Ghost Dance and Wind Dancer are our permanent and auras that we're using. I use Clarity because we have 10 spirit spare. We use 30% auras, so Clarity is the one I choose. Fast Forward gives the Ghost Dance charges a bit more potency. They stack a bit faster. Okay, Vine Arrow is what we are doing for additional damage. When you place a Vine Arrow and you poison it, this poison plant makes additional damage. You can see the damage per second. The damage, sorry. The damage per second equals to 110% of the poison damage. So as soon as you poison the plant like this, so you place this on top of the boss, you poison it, and it starts doing extra chaos damage. That's actually significant. So always start the fight with boss, especially. With anything else, you just use your concoction and everything dies. But with boss, just start with your Vine, the Dark Effigy, and start poisoning together with your curse whenever you can actually hit it, whenever the boss is stationary. The Vine Arrow, I just use Killing Strike here. I think it's fine. Acceleration, just so the arrow falls down you can see that it's almost instant. It falls down on the ground. And Font of Rage, so when we stay nearby the arrow we actually get rage, and this is actually a pretty decent damage for us. Okay, we use the blink tech. When we weapon swap, we can blink. Use this just whenever you have to traverse the map. It's much faster, right, than the normal way. Wind Dancer, as we mentioned, just use maim. Expanse doesn't really matter, but blind, I think it's a good maim, and blind are very good. What this actually does is when you're hit, the gale force that you start will actually support your attack damage. The gale force will get those maim and blind abilities, so it's useful for your survivability, the blind. Okay, toxic growth, I don't use it. It's just here for to put some supports here that I may use in future. Use Green Fist for maps. Green Fist is very good for maps. It doubles your energy shield and makes you very tanky. I'll show you what else I'm using for the maps. But the other thing is for the bosses, just switch to Alchemist Boon. Turn off Green Fist, switch to Alchemist Boon. It grants you additional charges for your flasks. The only boss I have run out of charges with is the 4th floor of the Trial of Sechimus. This guy is like 100 times tankier than everything else in the game, so it's this is the only one I actually needed additional charges, and I needed those because I had like 3 times less damage. I don't think that I'll need anything now, but still, for your flask, use because the concoction uses your flask charges. You can see, you can see here that it uses our flask charges. So you use a flask with 70% increase of charges, or something like 67, something like this. There's no big difference. Don't use the 0.25%, 0.25 charges per second. This is just not enough, unfortunately, to sustain almost anything. The 2 times charges is almost 2 times. Is much better. Okay, how our gear looks. The quiver is pretty much the most important thing. The quiver and the bow are the most important thing in the build. We are trying in every way to scale the levels of Poison Concoction and the effects of the quiver. So in the tree you have those quiver nodes here that are giving you 80% total increase of the quiver, the effect of quiver, the Widow Hell gives you like 300%. I have it corrupted. If you have a budget only for 250 or something like this, it's absolutely fine, right? It just, you do a bit less damage for now. You will update it in future. Here, level of 3 projectile skills is very important. Also adds to the level of Poison Concoction. And for the quiver, just try adding this raw increased damage with both skills. For now, I think it's bugged. That's why I think this skill will get nerfed. This interaction. I don't think that this increased damage with both skills should influence the concoction, but at the moment it does. So add it for now. Keep in mind that it may be removed, this interaction later. I like having attack speed here, the increase with Widow Hell and everything else is, you can see, oops, you can see how quickly we attack. You can see that we're attacking very fast, and I like this. It's very good quality of life, and it allows you to stack your poisons very fast. The physical damage is good because the poisons are increased with physical damage. So yeah, those are pretty much the most important things I can think of. For the belt, if you're not using Ingenuity, which is a bit higher budget, just use a belt that has the flash charges gain per second as implicit and increased flash charges gain. The rest is just life and whatever resistances you need. 4 boots, life, whatever resistances you need, and movement speed, of course. I like using this ring as a tag. Just the intimidate is very strong in the game, so I like it. Definitely a high level, high end breach ring with chaos resistance and chaos damage plus a lot of life will be better. It's just for the moment this one is perfect for like what 10 exiles or 20 exiles, something like this. Use a lot of energy shield armor, a lot of evasion armor and a lot of energy shield crown. For the gloves, stack resistances. As I mentioned, the amulet, just use all projectile skills. Why you should get the level of why you should get the energy shield on the helmet is this note. This gives you a lot of evasion, and why you should get the high amount of evasion on the body armor is this note. It gives you a lot of energy shield. The energy shield allows us to survive the one shots. We are getting hit rarely. You can see we have 84% evasion, and this is with acrobatics. This is very good. Believe me, you feel very tanky. With this, with acrobatics, you can avoid all the slams, every AoE damage, and it feels very well. You can see our 3 the quiver notes as I mentioned are very good. All the poison notes, those chaos notes that give you chaos skills a level. These poison notes, the magnitude here is very good, and we stack evasion almost everywhere. I don't take flask charges. I don't think we need that. You can see I sacrificed three points here to grab an additional jewel socket. But for the anointment, I have chosen this one. Blinding strike is very good. It increases your damage and blinds, which decreases the accuracy of the enemy. This is very useful because it's even harder for them to hit you, right? Nothing except bosses is blinded because everything dies immediately. What I'm using is Eternal Youth because it allows me to recharge my pretty much use flask for energy shield, and this is very good because the only thing that hits you is very big one shots. The only thing that kills you, and keeping your energy shield at maximum is helping with that a lot. A quick thing I forgot, guys. Try to find jewels like this that include increased bonuses from equipped quiver. This is the most important stat on your jewel. What else? Yeah, those notes here, I like them a lot. They're as poison is damaging element, they're very good in my opinion. Okay, we went through gems, gear, and passive 3. You can copy this one here. I don't think we have anything else, guys. If you want to see some more or ask any more questions, just let me know. Okay, bye bye.